Welcome everyone, Marcelo is my name. I'm the niche fragrance collector, and a question that I get asked often is, what's my favorite perfume? To do like a top 5 or a top 10. The truth is that I don't have a favorite. And I know that when I respond to subscribers, when they ask me that question, I had one subscriber get a little bit upset with me going, no, stop being stupid. Tell me, what's your favorite? The best way that I can explain it is like this, and that is I have 3 children. And if you were to ask me who's my favorite out of the 3 or rank them, I couldn't. All 3 are equal to me. My fragrances are the same. I love all my fragrances equally. They're all watching me right now. I love you all equally, guys. I love them all equally, but I use them at different occasions. And so the only thing that I could put down is how often do I reach for them. So rather than my favorite, it's now what's my reach. And in that instance, Ormonde Man would definitely fit in my top 10 or even in my top 5. I once made the audacious claim that every man needs to have Aventus in their perfume cabinet. I'm not going to make the second I still hold to that, by the way. The second audacious claim, and that is its companion should be Ormande Man. Aventus, Ormande Man, side by side. I do like all styles of perfumes. I enjoy unisex fragrances. I enjoy some soft florals that can be sometimes designed a bit more for women. However, I do like more masculine leaning fragrances. I do. There are days that I just want to have that, I don't know, I just want to feel like a man. And I don't want to have too many flowers in there. Actually, I don't want any flowers at all. I just want more masculine leaning style of notes. And Ormande Man is all of that. Back in September last year, that a good friend of mine, Michael Marzano from Libertine Perfumery, recommended Ormande Man to me as a fragrance that I should explore. Now, I remember the first time that I smelled it, I just instantly knew that this was a fragrance that I know that I would enjoy. So for me, the hook is in that opening. On first spray, this is a spicy, conifer, bright woods. It's inviting. I feel like I've been instantly just put into a forest. This is an all-year fragrance for me. In discovering it in September, I did use it throughout our summer. It was a really hot summer here in Melbourne, and it played wonderfully. Just beautiful, awesome longevity on it. I would get comfortably 6 to 7 hours. Has great sillage on it. It goes into a moderate, nice push on the actual fragrance. So I have been wearing it now over this winter period, and I feel like I need an extra spray to give it that extra push. Where in summer it was a nice moderate sillage, I feel like here it's more moderate to body. So it's doesn't have the big push. However, it's now 5 or 6 hours deep, and as I'm moving around, to my nose, I feel like that it's left me, the fragrance has left me, and yet my wife does pick up on it. She'll actually make comment on the fragrance that I'm wearing. So to define this fragrance, it starts off spicy. It has beautiful cardamom, it has some pink pepper, and that pink pepper for me really pops. So on that opening, you're getting that wonderful pink pepper, and for me, that pink pepper does play all the way through. Then it goes into more bright wood, cedar, conifer style, and then it dries down into a more deeper woods. On the opening, as I mentioned, there's cardamom, pink pepper, also juniper berry, bergamot, and coriander seeds. In the heart, there is oud, black hemlock. Then finally in the base, you're looking at vetiver, cedar, sandalwood, and musk. Black hemlock, what is that about? Linda Pilkington, who is the founder of the Ormande Jayne house, likes to use unusual raw materials. Now, if you research black hemlock, so go to Fragrantica, you'll find that there's only 5 fragrances that actually use black hemlock in their ingredients, and 3 of those are from Ormande Jayne. Black hemlock is poisonous. That's why there's only 5 fragrances out there. It was actually used by the Greeks as a way of poisoning their prisoners. The most famous of all being Socrates, the Greek philosopher. He was actually poisoned using hemlock. I was able to join a masterclass, and she mentioned that the reason why she wanted to use black hemlock within her fragrance is that she found that it had a robust depth to the actual scent. So it was cedar-like qualities, but with a lot deeper, a lot more resinous components to it. I can't really say that I know what black hemlock actually smells like. However, when I first sprayed Ormande Man, there was not unusual, but there was a unique scent that I'd never smelt before. There was a unique signature in there. I knew it was wood-like, so they had wood-like quality. There was a conifer pronounced scent to it, but it was unusual, it was different. And then at the time I remember I kept thinking, is it the pink pepper that I'm getting? Is it the cardamom? But I actually think, I'm gonna put it out there, I think the black hemlock is actually creating something completely unique and not something that you can easily compare to. One thing that I did do before I started, or as I was researching this, as I'm smelling it, there is that spicy sort of aromatic component to it, and it made me think of Creed's Viking. And I thought, oh, is it similar to that? Does it have similar, I mean, some of the ingredients are very similar. I did spray Viking and put them side by side. Viking, that opening still is quite unique with its clove entry, but then when it dries down, it does go more aromatic, brighter woods, whereas I find that when this dries down, it does stay very deep woods, very conifer, very forest-like, as opposed to aromatic when it comes to the Viking side of things. One thing that I fail to do in my life, I don't let go enough. Think of Forrest Gump, the metaphor of the feather as it moves, pushed by the wind this way and that way, and then symbolized in the different things that are happening in Forrest Gump's life. You know, things are falling in his lap, essentially. It's using his, I guess, his core talents, but then life then moves him around. I find that for me, I just want to have my hand on the wheel. I'm really like, I've got white knuckles on this wheel, wanting to drive this bus. And in listening to Linda Pilkington's story, is I need to let go more. I listened to some of the things that she encountered from her. So this is directly from her. So this is not just some third party or anything like that. And I feel like her whole life is almost like this feather. And it's taken her to the things that she's passionate about, the things that drives her. One of them is that one day, Geza Schern walked into her shop and they engaged in this conversation. Now, who is Geza Schern? He's a German perfumer. There are two fragrances that I absolutely adore. Clive Christian 1872, Clive Christian X. He's the creator of both those fragrances. And he's the creator. He then went into partnership with Linda Pilkington, who wasn't doing perfume at the time. She was doing something else, okay? And she pitched to him, how about we do a perfume line? And then that birthed Ormonde Jayne as a brand. Ormonde Man, strongly recommended, absolutely phenomenal. Ladies, if you are interested in this, know that there is an Ormond woman, and it does have that black hemlock in the heart note. It has more flowers now, jasmine and violet, so it's a little bit more floral, a little bit more feminine leaning, but your man could be wearing Ormonde Man, and you could be wearing Ormonde Woman, but I think you guys will smell amazing. Thanks everyone, hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you on the next episode. You know it.